Hauntingly beautiful and ruthlessly treacherous. That's how Florida's underwater caves have been described. They've claimed dozens of lives. Make a stupid mistake in here, and you die. You survive in this environment by being razor sharp mentally and physically, and trained to perfection. So what's a guy who's paralyzed from the chest down doing in a place like this? To answer that question, you have to understand who you're dealing with. A motorcycle accident left Don Patterson paralyzed from the chest down in 1975. His future looked terrifying.
I thought I was going to end up outside a nursing home with a blanket in a wheelchair with a blanket over my lap, making macrame or knitting or something.
The other part of the team, Hubert Chrétien. The son of our former Prime Minister, Hubert has struggled with his own challenges. Severe allergies, dyslexia. Hubert, like Don, has spent a lot of time proving he's not limited.
People are very quick at trying to lower people's expectations of themselves.
Why don't we just wrap some bungee around here?
These two men have come up with a plan. They want to dive in the most extreme environment on the planet, an iceberg.
We're trying to do something that's so extreme. There are less people who have dived ice caverns than have gone to the moon. And we're doing that with people with disabilities.
There are only a handful of people in the world who've ever done such a thing. One of them is explorer Jill Heinrich.
It was probably the most dangerous thing I've ever done. And the ice environment shifts, it changes. Ice calves, doorways are blocked. It's incredibly challenging.
One of the best cave divers in the world, Jill doesn't think that what Don wants to do is unreasonable.
He's always been willing to get out there and take his licks and embrace risk, embrace fear. So who am I to tell him that it's impossible?
Impossible? Maybe not. Difficult? Absolutely. Hubert, a cave diving instructor, will teach Don to dive in places where you can't surface to solve your problems. Cave diving is a scary prospect for any diver. Many might think that Don going into a place like this is an act of insanity. Don thinks it's an opportunity.
It's important to me to be a role model to other people. I think I've been a role model to able-bodied people in them just seeing what I'm capable of doing and how I'm capable of doing it. It changes their opinion of not only me, but of other people.
But cave diving is a whole new level of challenge. Today's training, Don and Hubert have to make it out of the tunnels breathing from the same air tanks. There's a strong current buffeting them around. If they touch the bottom of the tunnel, they stir up the silt and blot out visibility. And if they lose their lights, well, this gives you an idea of what they deal with.
He's already done more than I ever thought he could do. He's got to work harder on it. It's difficult because he can't kick. He has to swim with his arms, but he's doing a pretty damn good job.
Don and Hubert are pushing forward to accomplish something few would even contemplate. They don't feel they're deluded, but they're aware that many do.
I don't care what other people think in a negative, but I really care about what other people think on a positive side. And what we're trying to do here is really, change perceptions of what people with disabilities can do.
If he's willing to give it a try, I want to help him to take on this challenge.
Every time you enter a different situation, You have to analyze, you have to assess, can I do this? And if not, to leave the situation.
Is it a challenge you think you can master?
I'll give it my best shot.
To be continued.